Greetings from the shed. Today I'm going to show you some cars that got me into collecting Hot Wheels cars. Since I'm a movie man, I love movies. I grew up on movies. I started getting the Screen Time a few years ago. And this first one I'm going to show off is not one of the Screen Time ones, but it is a Ghostbusters one, as you can see right there. Still made by Hot Wheels and everything. I'm going to try to fix this camera up a little bit so you can see a little bit better. There we go. Yeah, this is not the very first one I picked up either, though. I've had this one for quite a while, and you gotta have, if you're collecting movie cars and stuff, you gotta have the Ecto 1 right there. This one's a little different. I think they had a different series set of these, and these were all related, I think, to Ghostbuster cars and stuff. So, but yeah, I had to grab it when I found it. It was a neat car. And can't pass up that, the Ecto 1 from Ghostbusters. And I'm sure there's other ones from, maybe the second one's a little different stuff. But there's been tons and tons of these made, so quite a bit of Ghostbuster stuff out there. Now we're going to the Screen Time action ones that we're talking about. This is the Jetsons. Now I don't know how rare any of these are, or if they're worth any money or not. I just like them. I just bought them, and I put them in cases and stuff because, like I said, this is when I first started collecting, and this is what I started collecting first. And then, you know, I spun off on a bunch of other stuff. As you can see right there, Hot Wheels Screen Time. And this is the Jetsons mobile. I think they made another one for one of the other spaceships in that too. Of course, it's got wheels on it. It looks a little different, but still, it's pretty neat. And this one's a little bit older one. This one's from 2015. So, cars inspired by popular movies, TV shows, video games, and more. Yeah, video game ones too. So, we'll have to put some of them in. And it's a little dusty here where it's been on the shelf. But the next one up is Disney Steamboat Willie. And you can actually see Steamboat Willie. I think he's in there somewhere. Maybe he's not. He should be. But yeah, this is introductions to Mickey Mouse back in, I think, the 20s, late 20s when he first came out. And a cartoon called Steamboat Willie. This one has been done a few different times. Matter of fact, I think here in just the past year it came out again. This one's 2021 here, though. I bought this one a few years back, but I think they just put it out one more time here recently. So yeah, there is Steamboat Willie. Next one up is one of my favorite cartoons of all time. This is the Flintstones Flintmobile. This one came out a few different times. I think actually way back in the 80s or early 90s they made it, and it was a lot different looking. I think here recently, yeah, I just picked this one up. This one's a Hot Wheels too that actually has Fred and Barney in it, which is pretty cool. I had to open that one up. I don't know. I just wanted to. But yeah, I always love the Flintstones, and it's cool. They've made a few different ones of these too, so nothing very rare or special about it. It's just something that I needed to get. 2000, I can't tell by the thing here. But it's, like I said, it's here in the last few years right there. The Flintstones made by Hot Wheels. The next one up, Bumblebee. I had to grab this one from my buddy Ralph because I couldn't find it in my area nowhere. It's got the little Bumblebee. It's got the Transformer thing right there. This was the yellow one. Pretty neat. And I've still never seen it in my area. It's crazy. Maybe Ralph bought them all. I don't know. We're putting that one right there. Also, right here is the gold version. I don't know what the deal is, the difference is. I've never even seen the Transformer movies. I'm not real big into Transformers or nothing, but I just thought it would be cool to get this die-cast Bumblebee Bug. And why not get a gold one too while you're at it? And also, I remember the day when I did find this at Walmart. I found 9 of them. Only got 2 now. I got one open and one not open, and this one's going to stay not open. Optimus Prime from Transformers. Yeah, I got so excited, but you know, they're not really worth a whole lot. I thought I was going to, you know, sell them and stuff and make a lot of money, and I didn't. But I did trade some and get some other cars and stuff that I wanted. So Still pretty cool to get. This was a new for 2025 Optimus Prime right here. Next up is the Party Wagon. Yeah, I got this one at a Dollar Tree, I believe. Yeah, back in 2020. You gotta have the Party Wagon if you're gonna have any things like cartoons or movies or other stuff like that. You got to get the Party Wagon. So right there is my Party Wagon. Got the turtles on the front. They made a few different ones of these too over the years, but I don't need to get every one of them. I got one. I'm good with that right there. Speaking of cartoons, and we've been going through cartoons, there's a Homer one. It took me a little while to find this one. This is the family car. And I do have one. It's like a green looking spaceship one, but it's loose. I found it loose at a flea market. And matter of fact, I found this one at a flea market too. So like I said, it just took me a little while to find it, and I dig it. I'm not real big on The Simpsons or nothing, but I thought, I have to get the car and stuff. I like to find the other thing, if you know what I'm talking about, the green looking spaceship looking thing. Like I said, I've got it loose here somewhere, but never managed to find it on card. And it took me a little while to find this one. This one came out in 2015, so it's been quite a few years since this one came out, but still cool with The Simpsons. And we're going back to the movies here, and we're going back. If you got a car collection, you have to have Back to the Future. This is the hover mode. This is from Back to the Future 2 with the wheels bent down and stuff. You have to get this in your collection. I've got a few different DeLoreans loose, few carded. I've got some premiums and stuff. I don't know if I'm going to show them off today. I'm just showing off the screen time ones, but I do have more than just this one. I have one for part 3 too, and 2 or 3 of the regular ones from the first movie and stuff, loose and carded and everything else. But yeah, Back to the Future, one of my top 10 movies of all time there, from 1985. Well, the sequel came out in 89, 90, somewhere around there. And the last few are kind of newer ones and stuff here in the last year or two. But this one right here was from 2021. The Land Speeder, X-34 Land Speeder from Star Wars. Yeah, as soon as I saw this one, I had to grab this one too. I grew up on Star Wars in the 80s and stuff. I actually went to see Return of the Jedi at the theater when I was a kid, so that is special. But this is from the New Hope, so I love I had the plastic one back in the day where the figures would fit in. I loved this ride, man. I love playing with it and stuff. So I have a die cast version of it. Couldn't go wrong there. Set that there. This next one is a Ice Charger. It's what it's called, from the Fate and the Furious. I think I've got a few other ones, but they're not. They're premium cars and stuff from Fast and the Furious line. There's tons and tons of them cars. We won't go through all of them right now. And this one right here from 2023. Man, they collect dust after a while. I got to start wiping stuff down and cleaning. This is the 56 Corvette. It's the pink Corvette from Barbie when they made the movie. Yes, I had to get it. I had to pick it up. And I think I have another one that actually is gray and got flames on it. But I've never seen the movie, so I don't know if both of them are in the movie or not. I don't know. But I've got it here somewhere too. I think I opened that one up though. But yeah, I wanted to keep the pink one. The pink Corvette right there. Then we got Snoopy. Anybody like Snoopy? We're going back to cartoons. God almighty, just dust. It's crazy. Snoopy, I had this no-brainer right here. Him riding on top of his doghouse. Jacked up baby right here for Peanuts. I had to get, I grew up with Snoopy too, so I had to grab that one. There's been a few different ones of that one too. And the last one for this video is the kit from Knight Rider, which has flames. I do have the regular version too, but I think it's a pop culture one too or something. But I like to find the regular version of this. I don't know why they have it with flames. Was there an episode where he had flames? I don't know. I can't remember a whole lot about Knight Rider. I also have a Ertl Knight Rider from way back in the day that's not even been punched. I got it at a con here about a year ago probably. And that one's really cool too. So maybe one day we'll show off the Ertl rides and stuff. But I love going back and getting them too. There's a lot of that stuff I want to pick up from the 80s and stuff. I got a Dukes of Hazzard General Lee one like that too. And speaking of General Lee, I don't have any General Lees from Screen Time. If they did make them, they're probably pretty hard to get right now. You know, obvious reasons and stuff. But you can find the old stuff. So that's the Screen Time collection. Let me know what your favorite is, if you like any of them, or do you collect any of the movie cars? That's what got Diecast Johnny started. This is Diecast Johnny reminding you to collect what you love.